Hello, hello, Jason. How are you?
Well, considering my history, not too bad. I tell you.
So it's an important day in Texas.
Yes.
It is 2 days after Baylor won the national championship for basketball.
Mhm.
Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. I should have, but uh, I think I was feeling guilty about something and I went to bed early. Uh, well, and the Baylor women too.
Absolutely, yes. It's very
They dribble in their sleep. That is one dedicated group, you know.
for sure, for sure. So it's also important in Texas because it is April 7th, and in 1952, on April 7th, a Life magazine issue came out with Marilyn Monroe on the cover.
Yeah.
But there was a story about UFOs, and it covered Lubbock, which was part of the inspiration for your new show, I Saw the Lights.
Absolutely. You know, when you grow up in the Lubbock area or West Texas in general, you realize it's just the gift that keeps on giving. And, you know, not to get the psychiatrist knocking on my door, but like my friend Joe Carroll Pierce always said, if it wasn't a real big UFO, we didn't even pay attention. We have all seen things after dark in Lubbock that can't be explained, and the lights are among them.
Well, and truth be told, I've been trying to buy a Life magazine, this issue, for our files because we're working on the show with you, and you can't because Marilyn Monroe is on the cover, and they are very, very scarce. If it was any other week, we could get it easily.
Her. Isn't that just like her?
Exactly.
So, gimme. Yeah.
On this April 7th, we are also thrilled to announce that we are going to be streaming I Saw the Lights yet again. And four partners have picked it up. And this will start streaming on April 23rd. And you'll find all the details about this on isawthelights.com. But I wanted to tell you who the four are. And you can tell me your experience in these Texas towns. The first one is a brand new venue. It's actually a refurbished ISIS theater called Downtown Cowtown. And you guessed it, Fort Worth. You love Fort Worth.
God, I love Fort Worth. Fort Worth is the gateway to the West. And as an old friend of mine always said, you know, Dallas is bigger, but Fort Worth is paid for. And we're not making that up. No, I love Fort Worth. I understand. I recognize the accents in Fort Worth.
We're really thrilled to bring them on board. We also have the Georgetown Palace Theatre, which is in your neck of the woods.
Yes, Georgetown, what a sweet little community, you know, and it's just close enough to Austin to be absolutely schizophrenically nuts. Every kind of Texas crazy you can imagine lives in Georgetown, and they love it. So, you know, I have a very good time there. I've rehearsed I Saw the Lights in Georgetown. My director lives there. And yeah, God bless him.
Yeah, my connection to Georgetown is my grandparents had a ranch in Bertram. So when we drove I grew up in College Station, we drove to Bertram from College Station. When we were in Georgetown, we were really close. And it used to be just like when you got to Georgetown to Bertram, it was just fields of nothing. And now there's just, stores and everything. It's so crazy how much that area has grown.
Somebody blabbed and the word is out.
It is a beautiful country. The next one is
I love going to Georgetown.
Awesome. The next one we're thrilled to welcome back, and I think this presenting partner has done it every single time, and that is the Tobin Center for the Performing Arts in San Antonio.
Oh, you know, I love San Antonio. In fact, I'm working on a novel right now that is primarily set in San Antonio.
Very nice.
And oh, Lord have mercy. It's just, I remember one time looking for a friend of mine, a roommate at Fiesta, and we were all at the Minger Hotel, and the place was packed and the bar was packed, and I heard her voice coming up from the floor. She was crawling out with a beer. She couldn't get through the crowd standing there. But she needed some hair. And I said, Linda, is that you down there? I'm just making my way out, honey. I'm just making my way out. You know, it is a wonderful community. Yeah. And it has such spirit. It's like a bunch of different places melded together. I was in San Antonio recently researching my book, and I came across a neighborhood, this little blue house. It was one of the Hispanic neighborhoods, little blue
Yeah.
house, and a poinsettia tree.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
where else have you ever seen a poinsettia tree? But they had one in San
In
Antonio.
front of that blue.
Take that, New York. There you go.
I got married 23 years ago in Blanco, Texas, and we honeymooned at the Minger.
Oh, yeah.
And my parents didn't tell me that they decided to make a long weekend in San Antonio as well. So we ran into them on our honeymoon on Sunday morning in the lobby. Who could say they saw their parents at the morning after their honeymoon? It was pretty funny. And the last one that's coming back on board to present it again, April 23rd through 26th, is your and my good friends at the Austin Theater Alliance. And of course, that's a special place because that's where you film this.
Yeah, they are part of my soul is there. You know, I walk, you know how you feel about a theater when you walk through the back door about 1,000 times.
Oh, wow.
And that's been my relationship with the Theater Alliance, the Paramount, the Stateside over the years. It's family. It's family. And rehearsing it there and performing there, it was such a relief because we hadn't been able to do anything for so long. You know, so many businesses have suffered during the pandemic. But boy, theater has taken a hit.
Yeah.
We've really taken a hit, and leave it to the people at Jim Ritz and Lisa and Kevin Bailey and people at the Alliance who figured out how we could do theater under these circumstances. It was a godsend. It was good. It was good for everybody's heart. And we provided a lot of work for people,
Absolutely.
people who hadn't been working very much at all. And we all got together for a 3-day shoot and had a magnificent time, and everybody made a little money. And so this is an act of love. This piece is an act of love.
Well, it really is. I've seen it several times and I love it. And these, the patrons of these 4 partners are in for a real treat. We do have a new website. It is isawthelights.com. You can also follow the show on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. And there will be more videos to come. We'll visit with some of these presenters as the date draws closer. Jason, this has been another episode of you talking and me giggling. And I think it went very well.
You know, people ask me about my career. I say, I just say and do all the things my mother told me not to, and I make a living at it. So there you go.
Well, this man plays 9 characters, and it is truly amazing how he does it in this play. And we hope everyone will stream it starting April 23rd. Again, Jason, thanks for joining me. And everybody go to the website, isawthelights.com, to find out how to get tickets. Thanks, okay. Jason.
Bless you.
All right. Take care.
Go Baylor.
Okay, bye.